Hello, and welcome to another exemplary episode of the Hellion Rebellion Rock and Roll Association, brought to you by Rebel Scum Hollygeist. I got a good one for you. It's one of my favorite bands of all time. And I think this song that we will be listening to tonight will really coincide with the majority of us who celebrate the new year or New Year's or New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. What am I trying to say? We're going to talk about the band The Cramps. The Cramps originally are formed by Lux Interior and Poison Ivy Rorschach. They would meet in Sacramento, California, and they would move to NYC in the divided states. So all of that I didn't know until I sort of researched that for years until today. I had no idea that the Cramps had actually started in New York City. I had always considered them a LA fixture, part of the Los Angeles scene. I had no idea for a few years they were a part of the CBGB late 70s CBGB scene in New York City. So, yeah, Lux Interior, Poison Ivy Rorschach, who would actually lose the moniker Rorschach later on and just call herself Poison Ivy, uh, would meet up in Sacramento. They would move to New York City, form the Cramps, and for about 2 or 3 years they were a part of that scene. They get started around 1977, maybe 76. And they would go on to about, I'm going to go ahead and say about 2010, because they were very, I wouldn't say they were very prolific, but they were constant. Every 2 3 years a new Cramps record would probably come out. Um, and I vividly remember when the Cramps finally just broke up, because I think it was 2010 or 11. I was at work and I was driving around in a truck. And on Thursdays, the city I live in has an independent radio station called KDHX. And I think it's Thursdays. They used to have a show called Greaser's Lunchbox, hosted by Al Swacker. I don't know if that still exists, but I remember listening to that show, and Al came on in mid song of whatever song he was playing, and announced that Lux Interior had passed away. And I mean, you can imagine, your heart just falls. You're like, oh my God. I mean, and we knew he was sick. He'd been sick for a year or two prior to this, but it finally happened, and he dedicated the rest of his time to his little show, to just playing Cramp songs the rest of the day, or the next hour and a half, 2 hours, or whatever it was. So yeah, that's 1976 to 2010. Let's say that's what the Cramps did. Um, I was exposed to the Cramps probably when Stay Sick came out. It was probably my first exposure. Well, Bad Music for Bad People would probably be my first exposure. Stay Sick, as far as a proper album and not really a greatest hits album. Uh, would be my first exposure to them. The Cramps are the band who really coined the phrase psychobilly, or if they didn't coin it, somebody coined it based off the Cramps. Uh, I would say between the Cramps and maybe the Stray Cats are definitely the two bands who made me want to listen to rockabilly music and also made me connect the dots that all of this this 50s early 50s music, you know, your Buddy Hollies, your Elvis Presleys, your Chuck Berrys, it made me realize that that music had never really died. It just evolved into bands like the Cramps is what it really did. Um, Other than that, I don't really have much more to say about the Cramps. They had a really fascinating go at the world of rock and roll. They have a pretty cool history. They got some cool stories involved with them. They're one of the most original punk rock psychobilly bands that have ever walked the face of the earth. They're legends in their own right. The album I'm sharing tonight it came out in the early 90s. I want to say 93, 94. It's a Flame Job. You could say that if the Cramps ever had a mainstream record or a more commercial record, this would probably be the one. And in fact, the song, God, I can't even remember what song it was. It was it was probably Naked Girl Falling Down the Stairs, or, oh man, it was either that, Inside and Upside Down, or maybe Ultra Twist. Those are the three sort of songs that aren't all that vulgar. But I remember them actually being on, you know, television on one of those late night shows, kind of. I guess it would have been Letterman or Conan or one of those shows. And I remember actually watching it just so I could see the Cramps. And I never watched shows like that. Still don't, actually. But once in a blue moon, if there's like a really interesting band on there, I will tune into something like that. So, to celebrate New Year's Eve, I think I have the perfect song. It comes off of this record. And it's a little ditty known as Let's Get Fucked Up. So, let's do it.
Get fucked up. Let's get fucked degenerate, psychopathia, sexual ass. Too far out, baby. Too far
So there you go. Let's Get Fucked Up by the Cramps. Great little ditty there. Might not be the best song on the record, but it's apropos for tonight's festivities. So Happy New Year's, everybody. Be safe out there. Hopefully we don't end up in World War III. I think 2026 is going to be a doozy. Keep your head down, stay out of the fire. Protect the children, teach the children, and hopefully Holly will still be here next year to guide all of my loyal minions through the maze of rock and roll. Peace. Love you.